It's finally here. Impulse, the all-new straight pull rifle from Savage. A straight pull rifle combines a traditional bolt-action rifle with the speed and cycling capabilities of an MSR. Impulse is a straight pull, bolt-action design, packed full of innovative technologies driven by safety. This product has 13 patented features built in. Let's start with the innovation that sets this rifle apart from other straight pull rifles, and that's hex lock. Located on the end of the bolt is the patented hex lock system. When the bolt is closed, the robust lockup engages and the bearings expand symmetrically. The idea behind hex lock is that once the bolt is engaged and the chamber and the plunger and firing pin are in place, the ball bearings will engage evenly on the surface and will prevent the bolt from blowing back. This is a huge safety feature. The robust lockup tightens relative to pressure, so the higher the pressures, the tighter the action is going to get. So pressure increase would be if you have hand loads or a hot round like a 300 Winchester Magnum or a 338 Lapua. A lot of straight pulls don't come in Magnum calibers because their technology can't handle the pressure. Impulse can. The side bolt release allows a user to simply slide the release forward and remove the bolt rearward. When ready to reinstall, you simply reinsert the bolt. That's it. You can't open the bolt with a live round in the chamber by cycling the bolt. It won't move. Savage designed the single-step bolt release to allow you to safely open the bolt even with a round in the rifle without pulling the trigger. Compared to other straight pull rifles, the position of this release is easy to use and built for right or left-handed shooters. Another key safety feature, this allows you to extract a live round without having to fire the rifle or turn off the safety. The multi-position ambidextrous bolt handle allows for multiple positions for the bolt angle in addition to right or left-handed position. This feature also serves as a key to the gun. Simply take out the handle and the bolt is locked shut. The standard threaded bolt handle accepts aftermarket knobs. The two-position ambidextrous tang safety is mounted behind the bolt for intuitive operation. The magazine release was also built for left and right-handed shooters. Specifically on the Predator model, Savage designed a mag release that fits snug around the trigger guard to prevent catching on brush or branches. Like a lot of Savage rifles, the Impulse family comes standard with AccuStock, AccuFit, and AccuTrigger. This AccuTrigger can be adjusted from 2.5 to 6 pounds and can be adjusted from the bottom of the trigger, requiring no disassembly to make the trigger the perfect weight for you. And finally, we all know that finding the perfect rails or bases can be a challenge. On Impulse, Savage took that task to heart and built in a one-piece 20 MOA Picatinny rail right into the aluminum receiver. Speed, accuracy, efficiency, and safety, entirely built in America. That's Impulse, the all-new straight pull rifle from Savage.
Now the Max Long Range has the same great features that you expect from every X-Bolt. It's got the short 60-degree bolt throw. It's got the safety that locks the bolt, but with the convenient bolt unlock button, you can empty the gun while it's unsafe. It has the center feed polymer magazine and the feather trigger that's adjustable and comes straight out of the box with a crisp trigger pull. The X-Bolt has the best production barrels in the industry, and that's where your accuracy comes from. And all the barrels are free-floated. Well, let's talk about the Max and how it's different. You can see that this is set up in a long-range configuration with a scope with a larger main tube for more adjustments, and also on an accessory 20 MOA Picatinny rail. We start with the muzzle brake, which reduces recoil by about half. We also supply a thread protector. If you do not want the muzzle brake muzzle blast while hunting, you can replace it with the thread protector. It does have an extended bolt handle, make a little bit easier operation of the bolt. What you're going to notice first about the Max Long Range is the new stock. This is a Browning stock, and it has a lot of great features for long range shooting. As you can see, it's sitting here on the bipod. It has a swivel stud for the bipod and an additional swivel stud for a sling attachment. For those that have bipods that attach via Picatinny rail, we'll have an accessory rail that's specifically made for this stock. Has the Picatinny section, also a sling attachment. It'll come supplied with screws, and it'll be a clean addition to the rifle as it's made specifically for this stock. One of the greatest features for long range shooting is the vertical pistol grip. And you can see that the Max stock has that. The vertical pistol grip gives you a great feel when you're shooting prone or off the bench, and sets your hand up to put your finger nicely on the trigger. When you look at the butt stock, you can see this is the biggest departure from our traditional stocks. We have parallel surfaces here that line up with the bore, and that's specifically done so while you're shooting, with the help of the muzzle brake, that most often you'll be able to spot your own shots. Traditional stock has a slant that when it's sitting in the bags and under recoil, as it moves backward, it tips the gun up and you can no longer see your target through the scope. So with these parallel surfaces, the help of the muzzle brake, you'll often be able to spot your own shots. You can see it has an adjustable comb. It's got a wheel here that you can tighten and loosen and move the comb up and down. You have about 1 inch of vertical movement, and on the back side, there's marks. So once you find your ideal location to get that perfect eye alignment with the scope, if you have to move the stock to for cleaning or whatever, you can get it back to that exact perfect position. We also made the back of the stock where the top and the bottom are parallel, so that if you use the supplied spacers, it comes with 1/4 inch and 2/3 of an inch, it'll have a nice clean look to it. If you do need to shorten the stock, because this is parallel, a gunsmith can shorten this and reuse the recoil pad. You won't have the additional expense of grinding a new recoil pad for the gun.
Bringing you your first look today at the DD5 Hunter. This is our newest addition to the DD5 series of rifles. It's going to come with all of the standard upgrades that you're going to see on a regular DD5, including our grip and rip ambidextrous charging handle, the new super finish DLC coated bolt, our adjustable gas block, and our superior suppression device. Some of the things that are going to be unique to this rifle, you'll notice right off the bat, is our cryptic Highlander camo that's going to be on here, and something you may not notice is going to be a Geisley SSA trigger. We haven't forgotten about all our hunters out there, our fans of the product that use this for game pursuit, and that's one of the reasons that this trigger is in here. It's a nice 2-stage trigger that's really going to help you out when it comes to taking a little slack out of that trigger, tracking that game across the field, and then squeezing off that round right when you need to. It's going to be available in 2 new calibers, our 6.5 Creedmoor and 260 Remington, as well as the old standby 308 Winchester. It's going to also be available in 18 and 20-inch barrels, so you'll have your choice of that.
Talk about the newest Hawkeye rifle, the Long Range Hunter, in 6.5 Creedmoor and 6.5 PRC. Last year, we introduced the Long Range Target in the Hawkeye series in 3 calibers, 300 Win Mag, 6.5 PRC, and 6.5 Creedmoor. For this year, we've got the new lightweight, all-weather Long Range Hunter in 6.5 PRC as well as 6.5 Creedmoor. The 6.5 PRC round is Hornaday's newest short-action Magnum round that gives you an additional muzzle velocity as well as downrange energy for long-range shots. A lot of great features on the Hawkeye Long Range Hunter. We got a 2-tone laminate stock with adjustable length of pull and a soft rubber butt pad. Ruger LC6 trigger with detachable box magazine. Mauser-style action with control rod feed, as well as a Picatinny rail for mounting your optics. And a 22-inch cold hammer forged barrel with a 5/8 24 thread and an included muzzle brake.
I wanted to tell you about our B14 series of rifles. This particular model that you're looking at here is our B14 Woodsman. One of my favorites, one of our lightest rifles. It's new for 2016. And some of the features that I really love about it, it's a walnut stock. It's a high-grade wood for the walnut stock. We hand select a lot of those that come through to make sure that they have a good flow. They've got no defects. The wood doesn't look messed up in any way, and it's one of those things we really want. When we brought out this series, we really wanted to have a piece of wood on there that was really unique, and it's something that when you go to your local dealer and you pick it out, it's a piece of wood that you'd find really attractive and really like too. So it's a straight comb on the Woodsman model, so it does lighten it up a little bit. The rifle itself in the B14 series, it's our opening price point model, so you're looking at an MSRP of $945 on this rifle. It's completely built at our facility in Spain. It's a Bergara barrel, it's our own action, our own trigger. It's a 2-lug system, it's incredibly smooth with a sliding plate extractor. A very comfortable rifle, it points well and it handles really well. Long actions and short actions both available in it, and 100% sub-MOA guarantee from us. So straight out of the box, this gun's shooting sub-MOA groups.
And I'm excited today to tell you about the new Ruger American rifle. This is a very lightweight, 6¼ pound hunting rifle that we're proud to introduce. So let's start here with the Ruger Marksman adjustable trigger. It's got a small adjustment screw in the front, so you can adjust it from 3 to 5 pounds. Frankly, I like the 3 pounds when I'm on the bench, but I like it closer probably to 4 pounds when I'm out in the field. We've got a trigger mounted safety. The trigger has a very, very short throw. It's crisp and it's accurate. Let me show you here. Check the gun's empty. For a little dry fire, there's very little trigger movement, and she sets and resets very easily. The bolt is a full diameter bolt. That means you can slide it back and forth without it wobbling. It's also got 3 lugs for positive engagement. And one of the nice features in the field here is that it's a very short 70-degree throw, and it's got dual cocking cams. That means you can bring it up, take your shot, quickly cycle from the shoulder, and take another shot. Let's try it out. There's a lot of features built into this gun that make it very accurate. The trigger is a big start, but also the bedding system contributes significantly. We've got integral bedding blocks, these 2 V blocks that we mold right in when we're making the stock. They also act as recoil lugs, locking that receiver in fore and aft, as well as preventing any rotation at all. The bedding system allows the barrel to be free floated from the receiver forward. When you get yours, give it the old dollar bill test. I think you'll be pleased with what you see here. It comes all the way back to the receiver. The barrel itself is hammer forged. It's the finest technique we know of for making a good barrel with integral lands and grooves. This rifling is hammered right in when we shape the barrel. I don't think you can find anything better on any production gun in the world. The stock has got some great features in it. It's very slender up forward, and it's got some finger grooves where you can get in there and have a positive grip on it. It's very smooth all the way back, including the flush-mounted magazine right at the balance point where you carry it. It's got a nice palm swell, and it's got a very soft recoil pad. Our Hawkeye has a terrific 3-position safety on the side of the receiver, but many of you have asked us to bring back the tang safety. So we've gone ahead and done that. We've got a great 2-position tang safety here, and in the safe position, you can still cycle the bolt, so you can empty the gun. The flush-fitting magazine is a Ruger rotary magazine, and it's got a couple of nice features. In addition to loading up to 4 rounds the traditional way from front to back, you can also, if you're in a hurry, just snap one in. You don't have to feed one end or the other in. Just put it in, lift, and you're in locked solid. The bolt operation is smooth. The trigger is very light and crisp. The bedding locks that receiver in and free floats the barrel. The barrel's made of the finest construction. This is one very accurate rifle. You're going to really enjoy using it.